Hi, I'm attorney Renee Osipov with Chelle Law, and we assist dentists with employment contract issues. Today I'm talking about non-compete clauses within an employment contract. What are they? How are they enforced? What's reasonable? What's not reasonable? All that good stuff. So a non-compete clause is normally listed under your restrictive covenants, which is a promise not to do something. Non-compete clauses are just a promise to not compete after your employment has been terminated, either by you or by your employer. Non-compete clause has a couple different aspects to it. The first one is for how long it's enforced. So normally they're around a year. I've seen as low as 6 months, and I've seen as high as 3 years. Now, that's a little unreasonable in my opinion. I think 1 year is reasonable in most states. So you're gonna have a period of time that you cannot compete with your former employer. What does that mean? They normally define what services you can or can't provide. Sometimes they'll just say like general dentistry services, or if you're specialized, it may detail what your specialty is, that you cannot provide services during that time within a restricted area. The restrictive area it's a little unique to where you are in the country. If you're in New York City, the restrictive area might be city blocks. If you're in a rural area, it's going to be miles. And it really just sort of depends on the area. So it can be anywhere from 1 to 10 miles is reasonable. Anything over 20, definitely going to want to take a look at and potentially negotiate terms with your future employer. So a non-compete clause is just going to state for a period of time you cannot compete with your employer within a certain mile radius. Now, the court defines the radius as the crow flies, which really means they just put a dot on a map and draw a circle around it. A common misconception we have from clients is that they'll map it out like on MapQuest or on Google Maps on the roads. And that's not how the court interprets non-compete clauses, unless it's written that way. But I actually have never have seen a contract that's outlined by miles on a road. It's normally a radius. The other thing you want to keep an eye on is how many locations is that restriction attached to. So if you're a big corporate dental practice, there may be many, many locations, so you want to be careful. You want to advocate for only your primary location or anywhere where you are providing services for an extended period of time. Those are like the biggest sort of red flags if you are restricted from many locations. Even if the mileage is small, it can really add up in the end. Non-compete clauses are extremely important, and a lot of times they're overlooked because you're excited about starting this new job, but you really need to think about if this job doesn't work out and this contract terminates, how will myself and my family be affected? Will you have to move? We have to move out of the state even. I mean, some of these non-competes are kind of crazy. So you just want to make sure that you fully understand the consequences of that non-compete clause. Are you able to stay in your home, or do you have to uproot your family? Is it easy to interpret? You know what locations they're attached to. These are all really important things. Also with the non-compete clause, sometimes there's a non-solicitation clause. It's normally for the same period as the non-compete, and that just states that you can't reach out to patients or to employees and entice or try to poach them to come with you whenever you're leaving. You're not normally in violation of a non-solicitation clause if a patient reaches out to you and asks where you're going. You can disclose that to them, but you can't just encourage them to come with you. If you would like more information on non-compete clauses, restrictive covenants, or really anything having to do with the dental employment contract, you can check out our website at Chelle Law, CHELLE law.com. Also, our number is listed below in the description, and we're happy to set up a consultation and discuss non-compete clauses with you, or really anything having to do with your employment contract. Thanks.